Jay-Z's lawyer didn't hold back when taking down Texas attorney Tony Buzbee. You might remember the shocking claims an anonymous woman accused Sean Puffy Combs and Jay-Z of assaulting her at an MTV Music Awards after party back in 2000 when she was only 13. Ugh. But here's the twist. Jay-Z's legal team pointed out that when a lawyer files a complaint, they're agreeing to the court's rules and can get penalized if the claims aren't backed by real facts. Buzbee, it seems, avoided officially filing to dodge any potential penalties for what Jay-Z's team suggested were baseless accusations. In court, Jay-Z's lawyer exposed Buzbee's move, implying he was trying to avoid consequences for bringing up a shaky case. The courtroom drama has everyone on edge, wondering what's next in this intense legal showdown. Tony Buzbee is being accused of some serious things, allegedly mistreating women and spreading STDs to his partners. He's been on a mission to take down Diddy and his crew, but Jay-Z isn't having any of it. Jay's team argues that Buzbee might actually be worse than the people he's trying to expose, but Buzbee isn't backing down. He's fired back at Jay-Z and his lawyers, making it clear he's ready to fight this out in court. Jay's legal team warned him to cut out the drama if he wants his client to stand a chance. What started as a serious case is quickly turning into a messy spectacle. Both sides are throwing accusations, and it's getting hard to keep track of what's true. Jay-Z's team insists they're being careful and won't make any claims without solid proof because they know how harmful false allegations can be. This legal battle is heating up, and it's anyone's guess how it'll end. I is If these claims are true, it raises a big question. Why were you even there? And why were you involved? Turns out Tony has his own messy past. In 2018, a woman filed a lawsuit against him, accusing him of giving her an STD. Jay-Z found this dirt and plans to use it as a weapon in this heated legal battle. The drama just keeps growing, with both sides throwing everything they've got. It's turning into quite the showdown, and neither side seems ready to back down. Ugh. Ugh. The lawsuit, filed anonymously in Manhattan Supreme Court, is packed with shocking claims. It all started in 2018 when Tony Buzbee and the woman met online. He invited her to Houston for dinner and a show, and let's just say he made quite an impression. Whether it was his charm or his status as a wealthy, high-profile lawyer, she agreed to stay in a luxury hotel. At the hotel, things heated up, and they ended up getting intimate, but here's where it gets serious. The woman also claims that Tony Buzbee tried to twist things around, making it seem like her ex-husband was the one who gave her the STD. And it doesn't stop there. Buzbee allegedly went as far as to blackmail her ex by sending a fake demand letter. This kind of move might sound familiar because Jay-Z has accused Buzbee of doing the same thing, sending fraudulent letters for leverage. She claims Buzbee didn't tell her he had an STD before they were together. This accusation has now added even more fuel to the fire in the already dramatic legal battle, turning what was already a messy situation into an even bigger scandal. And after their night together, the woman started feeling uncomfortable and went to the hospital where she was diagnosed with an STD. She believes she got it from Buzbee, so she reached out to him for an explanation. When they spoke, he apologized, but what stood out was how he acted like he already knew about it. He even begged her not to tell anyone, and offered to be her lawyer for free if she kept quiet. The court documents say that Buzbee knew there was a risk of passing on the disease, but didn't take the proper steps to protect her. And when it all came to light, he tried to manipulate the situation, using his lawyer status to shield himself from the consequences. But the situation didn't stop there. The lawsuit also says that Buzbee became controlling and possessive. One time when he saw her talking to another man at a bar in New York, he flipped out and even smashed a glass in anger. Uh, this case keeps getting worse with every twist, revealing a side of Buzbee no one saw coming. The situation took a turn for the worse when Buzbee, in a fit of rage, allegedly smashed a glass and hit the woman in the face, breaking two of her teeth. You might think this would have been the last straw, but shockingly, she didn't end things right then. She later revealed that she felt trapped and ashamed, manipulated into staying in the relationship. But it didn't stop there. The woman claims that Buzbee continued to control her, using his legal skills to manipulate her. In 2021, he allegedly helped her with a divorce case, but instead of supporting her, he reportedly altered medical records to make it look like her husband, not her, had a serious medical condition. Busby's actions kept getting worse, leaving her stuck in a dangerous, controlling situation. It's truly mind-blowing how far he went to keep his hold over her. Now, all of this drama started when Tony Buzbee added Jay-Z to a lawsuit involving his client, a woman known as Jane Doe. She originally accused Diddy of the wrongdoing, but Buzbee didn't stop there. He also brought up two unnamed celebrities, referred to as Celebrity A and Celebrity B, as people who allegedly took advantage of her. The mystery behind who these celebrities are and what they did is only adding more fuel to the fire. Celebrity B is that she's a female high-profile celebrity, but we now know that Celebrity A is Jay-Z. Immediately, his name got added to the lawsuit. Jay-Z fired back in a long statement posted on the Roc Nation social media accounts. He said, "My lawyer received a blackmail attempt called a demand letter from a lawyer named Tony Buzbee. What he had calculated was the nature of these allegations, and the public scrutiny would make me want to settle. No, sir. It had the opposite effect. It made me want to expose you for the fraud you are in a in a mm, mm, very public fashion. So no, I will not give you one red penny. These allegations are so heinous in nature that I implore you to file a criminal complaint, not a civil one. Um, Whomever would commit such a crime against a man should be locked away. Would you not agree? I have no idea how you have come to be such a deplorable human, Mr. Buzbee, but I promise you I have seen your kind many times over. I'm more than prepared to deal with your type. You claim to be a Marine. Marines are known for their valor. You have neither Jay-Z of bullying them. And to be fair, it kind of seems like Jay-Z's team is doing anything and everything to make them back off first. Buzbee got sued by an anonymous celebrity who claimed that he was being extorted by Buzbee the celebrity, claimed that Buzbee and his law firm threatened to unleash entirely fabricated and malicious allegations against him, including multiple accusations of AM interpreting their honor nor dignity. You have made a terrible error in judgment, thinking that all celebrities are the same. I'm not from your world. I'm a young man who made it out of the projects of Brooklyn. We don't play these types of games. We have very strict codes and honor. We protect children. You seem to exploit people for personal gain. Only your network of conspiracy theorists, fake psychics, will believe the idiotic claims you have levied against me, that if not for the seriousness surrounding harm to kids, would be laughable. I look forward to showing you just how different I am at the time. Buzbee accused Jay-Z of trying to bully him and distract everyone from the case. He said, "Since I sent the letter on her behalf, Mr. Carter has not only sued me, but he has tried to bully and harass me. And this plaintiff, his conduct has had the opposite impact. She is emboldened. I'm very proud of her resolve as far as the allegations in the complaints filed. We will let the filing speak for itself. And we'll litigate the facts in court, not in the media. Many things have happened since then, but each side is still telling the same story. Jay-Z's camp accuses Buzbee of extortion and clout chasing, and Busbee's accuses Buzbee of using him for cash, and Busbee's refused to comply with their demands. Jay-Z never took responsibility for the lawsuit, but it seems pretty clear that he was the anonymous celebrity, especially because the lawsuit was filed weeks before Jay-Z got dragged into the Diddy case. But that's not all. Allegedly, Jay-Z has been sending people to Tony Buzbee's house and law firm to keep tabs on him, harass his colleagues, employees, and former clients, and even ask his family and friends very invasive questions about him. Buzbee even filed a lawsuit against Roc Nation, accusing them of financing an operation where investigators impersonated state officials, brandished fake badges, and legally solicited Buzbee's former clients. They allegedly offered these clients money, sometimes up to $10,000, to file lawsuits against Buzbee's law firm, accusing him of all sorts of things. But Jay's camp has many tricks up their sleeves for their next trick. Jay-Z's legal team moved to dismiss the entire case on the basis of Tony Buzbee breaking several provisions under Rule 11. Jay-Z's legal team, led by, filed a motion to dismiss a lawsuit accusing the rapper and Diddy of involvement in the alleged sexual assault of a 13-year-old in 2000. The motion specifically targets lawyer Tony Buzbee, accusing him of misconduct and attempting to extort money from Jay-Z to keep his identity out of the case. Spio alleges that Buzbee filed the amended lawsuit after Jay-Z refused to comply with the alleged monetary demand. He also points to inaccuracies in the accuser's story and claims Buzbee failed to verify key facts before filing. Buzbee did the accusations, labeling them as baseless and claiming Jay-Z's defense team is engaging in questionable tactics. He represents multiple alleged victims who have filed civil lawsuits against Diddy for sex crimes. Jay-Z's legal team has requested the court strike the complaint and implement measures to preserve key evidence. So basically, Rule 11 is a court rule in civil cases like the one between Jane Doe and Jay-Z. What it does is that it requires attorneys and parties to certify that their pleadings, motions, and other papers filed in the court are not being filed just for the sake of filing. They have to be supported by law, backed by evidence, and must not be filed for any improper purpose. It's essentially to make sure attorneys don't waste the court's time and resources, and also don't drown the other side in unnecessary paperwork that will distract them from the real case. So Jay-Z's legal team filed a motion to dismiss the case under Rule 11. They cited the supposed to do their due diligence and verify all the statements made and anything they file in the court now. As y'all know, the story Jane Doe told had many holes in it. She claimed she spoke with singers Benji Madden and his brother at the party where the incident happened, but it would turn out that the Maddens weren't even at the party that night. They were on tour in the Midwest. Even her father couldn't remember picking her up from a gas station, as she claimed he did. And like, that's something any parents would definitely remember, according to Jay's legal team. These inconsistencies prove that Buzbee didn't do his due diligence as required under Rule 11. They also talked about the fact that Buzbee is allegedly not licensed to practice law in that particular court, which is another violation of Rule 11. They're saying Buzbee is trying to pull a fast one on the court by failing to get admission into the court. So, in light of all that they said, Mr. Carter intends to file immediately a motion to strike the amended complaint under Rules 11C2 and 12F. He respectfully requests that the court shorten the filing deadline for that motion from 21 days to 1 day from the date of service, in light of today's stunning disclosures and the severe ongoing harm to Mr. Carter's reputation. So normally, under Rule 11, attorneys usually have 21 days to amend or withdraw filings before they get sanctioned. So, for example, Daisy's lawyer accuses Tony Buzbee of not doing his due diligence and asks the court to dismiss the case. Typically, Buzbee would have 21. Days to either amend the lawsuit to make it comply with Rule 11 or withdraw it entirely. Now, Jay's team wants the court to shorten that time from 21 days to just 1 day. It's like trying to force Buzbee's hand to where he has to withdraw the case or face sanctions. However, the judge was not here for that kind of sneaky move. For those who don't know, Judge Nisa Torres, who is in charge of this case, is a stickler for rules. She does everything by the book, and she doesn't take sides cases. So she put Alex Spio on blast for trying to rush the court and force the plaintiff's hand. She said Spio has submitted a litany of letters and motions attempting to impugn the character of the plaintiff's lawyer, many of them expounding on the purported urgency of this case. Carter's lawyer's relentless filing of combative motions containing inflammatory language and ad hominem attacks is inappropriate, a waste of judicial resources. And a tactic unlikely to benefit his client. The court will not fast track the judicial process merely because counsel demands it. Judge Torres also warned Alex Sparrow about not following the court's rules, the same thing Spio previously accused Buzbee of doing. She said, "This kind of unacceptable behavior will not be tolerated in the future." Talk about a good spanking. Oh, also, you know how Jay-Z has been asking the court to order Jane Doe to reveal her identity? Well, the judge slammed that request shut and ruled that the case could continue without Jane Doe revealing her identity. Now, the judge said at some point she'd have to reveal. It looks like Jay-Z's team might not have an easy win in court, and things are getting more intense. Tony Buzbee isn't taking it quietly either. He fired back, accusing Jay-Z's lawyers of trying to bully him. Buzbee called out the move where they threatened to impose sanctions just because of a small doubt about the facts. He said it was all just an attempt to scare him into silence. The battle is far from over, and it's clear both sides are gearing up for an intense legal showdown. Stay tuned, because this saga is only getting more heated.